a swarm of bees. I think they're going to find one of my boxes. There's not very many boxes left. Had one swarm move in here already. That second box on the top there had a swarm move in the other day. But it looks as though they may well be descending in this direction. Now there are some wooden boxes that they could get into. There's only one poly box left which they might want to go into. They do seem to be coming down into this area. Yeah. The smell that they set up. There's a nice hole in the corner of that box for them, which I think they found. They may have found that poly box, which is empty, but the feeling that it's the hole in that box which is going to get them. Still a few in the air, but not very many. They're quietening down a bit. But yeah, I think they're piling into this hole in this stack of supers. I hope I've got frames in those supers and not like this stack of empty supers. Wow. It's always quite amazing to see them doing this. I mean, this is all I've set all this up for swarms to adopt. So I mean, in a week or two's time, I'll be able to take it all to bits again and move them on, set something else up. But this has been a great week for swarms this week. It's been very hot, and now it's very hot and still. It's the 2nd of May and it's positively hot for this time of the year anyway. Gonna look in that box today. I think I'm going to put a super on this one or two. I'm going to go in this box. Looks like we may have bees, might have moved into there. We may have had bees move into here. Let's see if they're taking any pollen in. It's not much of an indication right now taking pollen in, because if they moved in with virgin queens, then that have yet to mate, they're probably not taking so much pollen in. But they seem to be there. Let's go and look at the other boxes. And these bees are doing really well. Lots and lots of capped brood in this box. And I've taken one frame out. I'm going to take one more frame out. And yeah, they're doing very well. There can be a lot of bees here soon, so I think really I'm going to have to find another box. They do have a super that I could put on, but it needs the frames waxing, and I haven't done that yet. Beautiful new wax they're made here. This was the outside frame. On the other side, I'm putting it back as the outside frame, but on this side. Well, I've quickly been through this box. I haven't seen the queen. It must be there somewhere. But I'm going to leave them to it now. And then have to do something about space that they're in. Well, this one looks quite encouraging. This is a swarm that's moved in here, and there's new wax being made there. So they've got loads of space. They're on 3 brood boxes, and with gaps all over the place, which they're going in and out of. So until I've got something really a plan for them, I think I might as well just leave them alone. It's not even worth putting a super on, I don't think. Because I'm sure they've still got quite a lot of space in there. Had a look at this box over here. They're totally different. They're very small swarm, no eggs and brood, probably a virgin queen. But this one seems to be quite, I suppose I ought to have a look at a couple of those frames, see what I can see. Oh, there's definitely brood in here. So it's very new. Hasn't got anywhere near it capping yet. So there's a queen that's laying in this box. I think they must have come in at the top. Everything's going on in the top brood box. Anyway, I'll leave them as they are for the time being until they're a bit more settled, and then do something with them later on. And this one, I've taken out some empty frames and put in a couple of frames of some cat brood to boost them up a bit, because I don't think they were making a queen, and now gives them a chance. This one I've doubled up the brood box and put another super on. So they're not really making honey yet, but we'll give them a chance. There's a swarm in this one, which has got a laying queen, I just looked at. So, and they do seem to be keen on making honey, those. This one is booming, and they took two frames out to go down the other box. There's lots of cat brood in this box, so I'm going to have to give these more space soon. I may have to invest in a proper Langstroth hive. There's some nice Langstroth supers. This one has got a swarm moved in, no eggs or brood at this stage, but we'll see. So that's it for today. So this is what swarm's like. A nice gap at the top of a stack of supers. Irresistible. Irresistible. Let's see what they're doing inside there now. Right, well, there they are. Quite well established in this super. So I think what I'm going to have to do is to get myself sorted with the floor and get this super onto a floor so that I can actually move it out of here. Let's just see if it's got any brood in it first. It looks as though it could have. Well, there's no brood in here. They're pulling a lot of nectar, making honey, but there's no brood. So presumably the swarm had a virgin queen and she's yet to mate. Now this is the top super that they're putting the honey in. There's a super below this that they haven't done that much to. So I'm not quite sure what they're going to do to once they do get a laying queen. Well, we'll switch these supers round. I might do that. I might want to do that. But right now, until there's actually brood in here, I don't think there's much point in me actually moving the supers. Well, there's plenty of room for the queen to lay in the super below, so maybe I won't move it around. I'll just leave them alone. Let them carry on as they are for the time being. There's room there for the queen to lay, and of course there are more supers going down. So I think let them keep making honey when they can. They're going to get a warm day tomorrow. And then next week, again, it's not forecast to be warm, so I think just leave them alone and let them enjoy it while they can. Seem happy enough. Are they going to move in, or have they already moved in? Well, give them a few days and we'll find out. I didn't see them move in, I've just arrived here. Saturday, 9th of May. Perfect beekeeping day today. They're flying well. Alright, the queen is on this frame. There she is. There she goes. So I'm going to take her away. I put 2 national frames in here. Taken out 2 frames and put them in the box at the end, which is now beginning to make some queen cells. Didn't the first time round. So that should lessen the pressure a bit, but there's still a lot of bees in this box. And I should take some more out soon, I think. I'd put more brood in this box, more cat brood and more open brood, so these bees can boost up a little bit. They've got a couple of queen cells. Who knows if they'll make them any more. These I removed the queen from, so they're now queenless. I'm about to take the queen for a holiday in the woods. These ones, I've donated some of their cat brood to the one at the end, but I've got some extended national frames in. I quite like some nice national brood in this box. Well, I'm in the woods, and I think this is our first swarm in the woods. The usual pieces of old pollen being chucked out the entrance. Bees going in a different entrance, quite often the case. And I'll take the mouse guard off now. They're taking pollen in, which is a good sign. A queen excluded there. I have to have a look, see what's going on in this box, I think. Right, well, I'm going to put the bees from Howard's farm, which are in this box. I think I'm going to put them into this box. One of the nicer hives here, I think. We'll see how they get on. Well, they're in their new summer quarters. I may elect to take them back to Howard's farm after the summer for another winter there. But first of all, we've got to be sure that they've got a queen, because although I saw the queen go into the new box, I didn't see her go into the brood box. So she's either hiding or she's lost. I hope she's not lost. Time to look in this box. I bought this box here a few days ago. No queen, just some frames of eggs and brood. So I want to have a look and see if it's got queen cells. Well, I've got a queen already, so must have been brought here longer ago than I thought. Anyway, I'll pop her back in. She probably isn't mated yet. And there we are. Open queen cell. Just the one. Well, I guess that's where she came from. And that must have been in production already before I moved it, because if it's just one. Oh well, the swarm bees are making honey. There's honey in there. Don't leave gaps in your supers when they're stacked up. Just a few frames left out of the top super, and there you go. That's what the bees do. That's what swarms do when they move in. Now this swarm has got a laying queen, and they were laying above the queen excluder, which is on the brood box. But it had a rather damaged corner, which is where they were getting in to the box above. This is what they like. They like a little entrance halfway up a stack of boxes. Anyway, or even near the top of a stack of boxes. Anyway, now they're going to have to use the prescribed entrance down the bottom, so it will take them a bit of time to get used to the fact that they can't get in there. They will eventually going down there. They're doing quite well. I didn't see the queen. But there's eggs and brood and they're making honey, so we'll leave them to it. Well, I was just leaving the apiary here in the woods, and I saw a few bees flying around here, and actually see some pollen going in. So, does it really need checking out? Or shall I just leave them to it? Well, let's have a quick look under the roof.